Greetings. This is actually a update blog on Star Trek Discovery. Yes. Star Trek Discovery, the new show that's coming out in May on All Access, CBS. Yeah, Star Trek Discovery. So we have a cast on Star Trek Discovery. We can now report that we have a cast. We have a cast and crew. We're going to go over there and check it out. Michelle Yeoh. Okay, we got Michelle Yeoh as Hanbo. Not sure what, she's a human or a Klingon or an alien or something. We have Doug Jones as Lieutenant Saru. We got Anthony Rapp as Lieutenant Stamets. And Sequina Martin as First Officer Rainsford, or number 1. Yes, so it's Rainsford, Sequina Rainsford is the lady on The Walking Dead, which I've never actually seen any of, except for, no, well, I have seen the pilot. And I saw The Walking Dead spinoff pilot. That's about it. I haven't really seen it. But I take it that they're going to kill her character off so she can be on Discovery. Also, it was rumored that Nathan Fillion was quitting Castle to go on. Nathan Fallon was going to be on. Was going to be on it, so that he quit Castle. He quit Castle for some other reason. Also, Brian Fuller allegedly had too much on his plate. That's Hollywood buzz for. They didn't really like a lot of what he was doing. But also he did have stuff on his plate. He could make that excuse. But yeah, so he's not involved. The 2 head writers are from Voyager and some other show. And it looks like Nick Meyer is still a writer-producer. The main producer, though, is Alice Kurtzman. So but it's set in the Kirk era timeline, 2255. Many of the fans, they're reporting they don't like that. They're reporting, well, why is it in that timeline? It should be after TNG, and whatever. Like a lot of the other fan productions had reported. Yes. I had done an earlier review thing on here about that, and it was unclear, so this one is sort of the Discovery one. This would be on the reviews channel, I guess. It wouldn't be on the regular one. It would be the reviews channel. So I was going over that, and yeah, it looks like a Fuller's out, and the other ones are still in, so we're good. They're going ahead with it, and the production company is not ILM, it's somebody else. Alright. A year ago, a little over a year ago, there was rumor of a fan known as Michael Chang Gummelt having gone to pitch for Star Trek. That had nothing to do with this, but he thought that he would go on the bandwagon about this. We've done a review of his other stuff and whatever of his script because we assumed that it was completely made up, and that he'd done some video games, so he was kind of in the know. Maybe he knew somebody. Turns out he didn't, and after a while we discovered he didn't. Now, here's his website. So, we were ragging on him a year ago. Anyway, so just kind of messed up. But yeah, since I guess November 2015, and since no enchilada, he did not produce anything. This game guy, a guy that looked a little like him appeared in the Star Wars movie, but it wasn't him. Of course, he said he got excited about that. No, it really was. No, it wasn't him. Some of the fans got excited, actually. It turns out it wasn't him. When asked about the pitch idea, he said he hadn't heard anything since. After he just didn't want to talk about it. So I take it the gamer is not actually doing anything to do with Discovery. So It's interesting, though, that there are two female leads in this story. There's also a couple of Klingons. I didn't get the Klingons. Go back to Discovery. He's not really... Okay, here are some more Star Trek people. Some Klingons. By Chris Obi, Shazad Latif, and Mary Chifo. Yes, so yeah, basically what happened with that other thing is, like, rumor and conjecture started over a year ago about a new Star Trek show. And it had nothing to do with Michael Gummelt's fan film. It was just that fan story, I should say. It wasn't even a film. Story, a script from 20 years ago. So there was nothing there, but all the fans went with it because it was on all the... So it started on Track Movie in I09, and it went all over the internet. And there were very few people debunking it. It wasn't until really some of the people on 1701 News started to ask questions, and some people on the Trek BBS started asking news. And then Chimera 82405 on TrekCore busted it open. And he was all like, wait a second. Okay, this doesn't make sense. I've been to the website. It's still there. It was then doing business as Star Trek Beyond. There was a new movie coming out, and he's probably full of it. At which point, detractors from the website, TrekCore, like, oh, this is bordering on being mean to the guy. He probably really pitched. You don't know. How would you know? And then they revealed that this person had apparently been somewhat in the know and knew stuff. So, so he was right, turns out. So I knew stuff about that, at least. Apparently, he went even further than that. Apparently, this person and someone else named Jane contacted Simon Pegg, who was making Star Trek Beyond, on his blog, and asked him straight up, so, you know anything about Michael Chang Gummelt pitching for Star Trek movies on Paramount and stuff? And he's all, I don't bloody know what you're talking about. No, it's just like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah, so there's this I don't know what you're talking about thing on there. A couple of people contacted him. Yes, there. Well, he might not know because he was a director, a producer. He might not know if there was something. But anyway, so we were in Los Angeles when everything happened, when this other thing happened. And also, it was reported by one of the people passing by Paramount Studios at that exact time that Gummelt was down there, that he apparently they did see a crazy guy trying to get onto the Paramount lot. Don't know whether it was him. They can't confirm it, but trying to get on the Paramount lot to pitch a script. Yeah, yet another one, and they turned him away. And hearsay, of course, because then we had to have the script where they, where he actually says, "Oh, I went there. It was really hard and it was really challenging and everything." But during that time, we also had the Kal Kat review of the script. We had another person on the internet that did a full-on analysis breakdown, script-wise, of why the script didn't really work. It was very amateurish. Why it didn't work. So yeah, as someone that's actually attempted to do that, unlike a lot of the fans that were protesting that the Chimera guy couldn't possibly have done that. Well, actually, in the 90s, you could have. There were thousands of fans that put out a script to try to publish it. Some of them ended up working for Pocket Books. I only didn't because they didn't accept the second screenplay, the book, not screenplay in that case, book thing going on. But my experience on the convention thing did get me published later on in life. So, cool. That's all. Yes, if you're going to be a Star Trek person, get published. Also, if you're, I wasn't completely knocking the script. I was saying, like, no, this is not a pilot because a writer is not allowed to be the producer. So that completely was thrown out the window right there. So, if this guy was going to Paramount to pitch as a producer, director, to direct his script, that's ridiculous. No. He's going to the wrong place for when they could be CBS. But no, he was not a producer. He was going to produce, no, they're not going to produce your script. They're going to take your script to the head writer. He's going to look it over. Actually, he's probably going to give it to an underling. Underling's going to look it over, intern. And they're going to say whether they want it or not. Go back to the head editor and say, okay, this is kind of interesting. Maybe it'll work. Then stuff happens to it to make it work or not work. In this case, it's out of your hands once you hand it into the writing board, to the writer's room. It's gone. If they like it, then cool. You come back and you can rewrite. It was too long. It wasn't script format. It was well over. It was novel length, really. It might make an interesting fan story novel, I would say, like a novella to novel. They expanded into a novel, do a sort of Stargate thing, but not as. And he has corrected it, a lot of the errors, thanks to the appearance of the Voyager lady that helped him. The Voyager lady is incidentally. She went on to do. She's on the new show, so technically he could have known somebody, but he didn't know her. It's just that she looked over his script later on and put it on her blog. She took it down since because she's on the new show. Conflict of interest. It's gone. So we'll never know which Voyager lady that was. The idea that we talked about it. This is another subject I'm going to go on to before I end this little blog, little updatey thing. And we're going to go on to Star Wars tomorrow. The Star Wars movie. Early in the morning, we're going to go see the Star Wars, the new the Rogue One, which is a prequel, and we're going to spoil it because it's a prequel. But the Disney idea that Mark's Cards and I came up with in front of some of the actors. There was actually a famous actor from the shows, the cartoons, that was actually sitting next to us during the final Aladdin show, which was cool. It's a cartoon voice actor. Who that was. That was neat. We found that out afterward. Not sure which. She might have been in like some of the earlier like TV Disney stuff, which is cool. I don't know the name offhandedly, but she was an actor. So anyway, it wasn't Miley Cyrus or anything. That would have been funny, but no. For all we know, it was Lady Gaga. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't. If it was that, then I'd have millions of hits on my channel. No, it wasn't her. Let's see. The Disney idea that we had was to make a Disney movie where the characters are completely, openly like gender neutral, and the prince isn't looking for a princess. He's looking for a prince, and he's like, okay, he's gay, right? But he's sort of bi, so he's got like girlfriends, and they sort of write this as this sort of elaborate sort of, and it's just completely over the top. Prince guy. So just because it's 2016, it'd be funny. No, back then 2015, it'd be funny. And the prince is gay, and he wants another prince to be his prince. They didn't go for that, but the people that were there. But yes. Except maybe that next movie will be about that. No, actually, if you look at Moana, it's the demigod isn't the prince in that one, and the princess isn't a prince. Well, she sort of is, but he's not a prince. So actually, where they did it is they did it in Finding Dory, in which they tricked everybody into thinking that it was the two ladies with a stroller that are the same-sex couple with the octopus. It's actually the two seals, sea lions. They're the couple. They're the couple. And we were actually given a hint of that at the park from some of the actors. There's the Finding Dory is going to have, it's going to be a gay couple in there. And it's not the one everybody's going to think. So, I wonder what that's going to be. And this guy was mentioning it and to me, and I was like, okay, I don't know, we'll see. And then there it was. It was the sea lions. Yeah, it wasn't the two ladies. It was the sea lions. That's funny, but 2016. And there was an April Fool's joke last year with a female captain and female first officer and a training male character and everything, and that this April Fool's joke on the Chimera website. That was April Fool's joke. This is going to be the cast of Star Trek Megaverse, the new show. Going on about that. And that cast of Star Trek Megaverse is remarkably similar to Star Trek Discovery. Remarkably similar. You have sort of the Klingon contingent, sort of the other guys you have. You have the first officer / commander / like female lead who could be bi. You have a gay first officer captain dude who's into like shrooms or something. You have all sort of weird sort of stuff thrown in there, and you basically have Discovery. I was kidding. Apparently, Paramount was not. CBS was not. Oh, done. Good fuller. Yes. So, Star Trek Discovery isn't ours. We're not saying we did anything like that. I'm just saying it seems similar to that April Fool's joke. So, but yes, I'm still working on the Star Trek location story. Yeah, and the storybook there's gonna be a storybook in-house printed out, Star Trek, the whole story, and then I'm gonna do a rewrite of that, having it just be, it's a curious group that goes to a planet and sees this stuff happening. Things fall apart. So it's gonna be like a Star Trek kind of version and the non-Star Trek kind of version. That's just space and weird stuff happens. It's the same people, but it's just like less Star Trek lines and stuff in it. Yeah. So that's going to be out. And the game, haven't figured out the logistics of that yet, or who's going to be in it. So anybody can be in it. We'll see. So, yeah. In Chimera, we are 1 week behind in the alleged schedule. So it doesn't look like it's going to be out February 13th. It looks like it's going to be February 20th now. We'll see. Just because we're throwing back Mark's cards. Is the director, the co-producer, and one of the major voices in the story. So without Mark's cards' input, we cannot proceed directly with the film. So we have to wait for him. So there we go. Anyway, so tomorrow's Star Trek. That's an update. There's not much new. It's cool that I can tell you all about Discovery, and I can tell you about Gummelt, who I don't know, never met him, but I think briefly there was a Chimera mention of him though. I think he went on the Trek website at one point, the TrekCore site at one point and met Chimera, but that was in email. He wasn't mad though. He just wanted to know about the script and stuff. Yeah. Script writing. In 1990s, when did that happen? And yeah, there was a contest back then. You could actually do that. And some of us did. So, and we did not end up in the writer's room. Had we had our names on stories, that would have been awesome. And I already said which Star Trek episodes. There was no real comparable Voyager episode that matched the Arbiter. It was a little, and we can't release the Arbiter because Paramount script. So that's been rewritten into other stories since then, and the Fearful Symmetry has literally been stolen as a title for a pocketbook, which had nothing to do with mine. Yeah, they just took the title. I mean, I took it from Blake, so they did too. Coincidence. And they had the outline, but yeah. Actually, the Observatory story is similar to the Star Trek Destiny as well, a little bit. But mine is a parody, sort of when I did mine. Now it's Star Crackers. Also, the Deep Space Nine episode that is most like Fearful Symmetry is The Ship. I'll look that episode, The Ship. I did not write that episode, but some of my episode appears in that one, which I thought was very cool. Although my friends were like, "Why don't you sue?" I can't sue Paramount. I thought it was cool, though, so I was okay with it. It's like, okay, yeah, mention the female Vorta, Jem'Hadar, and why that wouldn't happen. Go ahead, do it. And name her the same name as the character in the script. Yeah, do that. I'll totally notice that. I'll be like, yeah. We already got one up on you guys years ago. You thought of the Borg, but we'd already thought of that. We were thinking Terminator, basically. You guys weren't. But yes, but our version of the board will be unique. The board. Star Wars Rogue One prequel tomorrow.